was 20 years old, so I'm 38 now. I fell out of a second story window and I hit my head. I had a traumatic brain injury, and had a lot of head injuries before that. Football, just being a dude, wrecking dirt bikes and falling off of bikes and getting in fights and things like that as a kid. But this one really affected me, and I started having panic attacks, started having generalized anxiety, broke out in autoimmune plaque psoriasis probably about 6 months after that, and just felt so uncomfortable in my skin. I went from being, I was a social chair in my fraternity. I loved being social. I was the life of the party, the wild man, the one who, had no problem, stepping up and being loud and connecting with people. And all of a sudden, I was a shell of myself. I was constantly walking on eggshells and couldn't breathe and would have like vertigo. And, I just thought I had a bad brain injury. And, that's the story that I told myself. For the next 20 years, I was looking for what's wrong with me. And, through college, I went and saw a skin specialist, for the skin stuff. And, they're like, you have, autoimmune, you got to take autoimmune suppressants. And I did that for a while, and I just didn't feel right. I stopped that. They gave me anxiety medication and for the anxiety, and kind of sent me on my way. And at the time, I was thankful to have it to help me sleep. I mean, I couldn't go to bed. I still have trouble sleeping, and that's something that's definitely gotten a lot better. But they didn't have a lot of answers for me, and so I dove in and said there's got to be a better way. And that's what I started. In college, I had a hippie roommate that moved in, and he's like, "Man, we got to eat organic food." And I'm like, "What's that, dude?" So and so next thing you know, I'm going to the farmers market and hanging out at the co-ops and making smoothies and cooking, and really found that the better I eat, the better I feel. And so it's just been a leveling up of finding these different things that helped me. And that would be the beginning of, well, let's say I went into the corporate world. So with all this stress, I was there for 7 years. It got so much worse, and I moved into a house that had black mold in it, and I developed Lyme disease. I was there in that house for 2 years, having these crazy neurological symptoms, and also experienced a lot of stress at work and not sleeping, and a lot of conflict with my family. I was working for my family business, and I got to a point where I realized that if living in this environment or working in this environment, I should say, I'm not going to heal. And so I was doing a lot of functional medicine at the time, and we got out of the house. We reversed the mold, the diabetes. I had diabetes too. I was diabetic and overweight. I was probably 220, 230 at one point. Had a lot of metabolic issues, more like pre-diabetes. But heavy metals, everything was just kind of off the charts.